When a narcissist thinks you're tough to control, this is what they'll do to weaken your resolve. Thank you for clicking this video. First, I want to welcome everyone before starting today's video. My channel would not exist without your support. Thank you so much. I also want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel and enable the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the new videos uploaded on this channel. Let's begin. Narcissists always operate in a way that is best for themselves, even when they pretend otherwise. Therefore, it is of the utmost need to grasp this basic yet fundamental concept when it comes to dealing with narcissists. This is due to the fact that in certain respects, normies are also engaging in projection. They give narcissists the feeling of empathy and sympathy, which is exactly what they want. These people just can't think of somebody who isn't capable of expressing empathy exist. As a result of this, the narcissist finds it quite simple to pick on these people. If you're a victim of a narcissist, you probably don't have time to think about how or why someone could be such a disgusting, greedy, and manipulative without the slightest bit of care towards others. It doesn't really make a difference if narcissists are aware of how negatively they impact the lives of other people. One of their primary objectives is to delay their victims' discovery of their deception for as long as possible. And when the time comes that you finally discover the narcissist's true characteristics and refuse to be controlled, things won't be so good for you. But you need to remain strong and determined because this is what they will do to get you under their control again. First, expect all kinds of dishonesty, blatant lies, and facts omission. Lies are false statements that are prepared and presented as if they were truthful and accurate. When it comes to getting what they want, as we all know, narcissists are more than happy to say anything it takes. They dishonestly tell you the truth right in front of your face, as well as concealing the truth in order to tell a lie. Primarily, the narcissist seeks to keep you hidden behind a veil of secrecy and deception so that he or she can abuse your lack of knowledge of critical information that might influence your decision-making in his or her favor. In order to keep everyone dancing to the same tune, they manipulate you and your sense of yourself by saying whatever it takes to keep everyone in their place. Secondly, they insist on dominance and control. In order for narcissists to take advantage of their chosen target, they must first gain complete control over them. They'll frequently try to exert their authority over every element of your existence. In certain cases, this conduct manifests itself in several ways, including but not limited to managing the money, making dinner plans, deciding how your children are raised, deciding where you live, and deciding whether or not to work. Telling the narcissist to go away is the finest thing you can do for yourself, unless you don't mind having your every move regulated. Your only option, as I presume you do, is to sever the connection. It's not always as simple as it appears, and with children in tow, it's much more challenging. Another example is if they're an elderly family member, a coworker, or an employer. There is, however, always a way out of every situation. And the path to rehabilitation begins with self-healing and recovery work, as well as establishing a strong support network. This is a team effort, and I think none of us can do it alone. Next, number 3 is crazy-making conversations and facts twisting. What's going on with this one? The narcissist claims to have said or done something, only to later deny it. Don't fool around with your own perceptions. You are being used as a pawn in an elaborate ruse to invalidate and denigrate you, make you doubt your own sanity and your own vision of reality, and gradually drive you insane over a period of time. A narcissist's tendency to engage in mind-bending, crazy-making conversations like this usually emerges fairly quickly. As long as they can get your attention, they'll be able to drain your critical life force energy and still be entertained. The narcissist gets all the benefits. They employ nonsensical talk to keep you spinning in circles, dancing like a puppet on strings, attempting to explain and defend your position, while exerting a great deal of effort in an attempt to reach them, be heard, and be understood by them. What follows is the following strategy, which I'd like to share with you. 4. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological abuse and manipulation in which the person doing it lies, rejects, and invalidates what you think you know about the situation. To back up their own skewed story, narcissists will change and twist facts, downplay relationship crimes, and leave out big parts of the truth. Convince you that they're not guilty while making you doubt your reality. The point of giving you false information is to make you doubt your memory and what you know to be true. Any harm they cause is made to look like they didn't mean it or didn't even know what they were doing. Narcissism is all about changing the past to make things better for themselves. Remind people that they are wonderful people. 5. Emotional blackmail. The narcissist uses emotional blackmail as another means of manipulating others. Unfortunately, empaths who haven't yet discovered their own personal power can be particularly vulnerable to its effects. This is because the narcissist is well aware that their intended victim wants the narcissist's affection and endorsement. Most of us want to feel safe and secure and be loved. We'd also want to be accepted and validated. In addition, the narcissist will take advantage of your lack of self-confidence. A potential fake could tell you that they might propose to you someday if only you're good enough, give you a raise, a promotion, or an award to show you how much you're valued. Withholding emotional support is just one of the ways they'll keep you searching for their acceptance. In the meantime, you're wondering if there's something wrong with you. Maybe they'd show you the affection you crave if you were good enough or better in some way, or show proper degrees of compassion, care, and concern. As a result, no matter how hard you try or how well you perform, they will always find fault with you and continue to withhold any kind of support, emotional or otherwise. If only you'd done it this way, or if you'd done it in a different way, I would have helped you or supported you more. Of course, this is a lie. There's no limit to the condescending ways they'll try to make you feel unworthy, inferior, incompetent, and little. Whichever method the narcissist uses, they must keep you low and dependent on them for your sense of identity. The irony is that they are using these tactics in the first place because they lack self-awareness and need to control you in order to receive their fix of narcissistic supply. 6. Passive aggression. In this, narcissists are using emotional manipulation through things like the silent treatment, rolling their eyes, talking about you as if you weren't there, or just glaring at you, in addition to ignoring or otherwise marginalizing you consciously. In order to minimize and excuse the narcissist's hurtful insults, they will claim they are merely trying to be helpful and provide a solution to the problem. The narcissist believes that their attacks and insults are nothing more than a sincere effort on their part to assist. This has nothing to do with the situation, but rather you're just too sensitive to it. Any other person who they've persuaded of your inferiority will likely follow with more put-downs and disappointment on their part. This narcissistic approach is to degrade, dominate, and belittle you while masking the narcissist's apparent fault. When a narcissist refuses to communicate, for example, it is known as silent treatment. They punish you with an emotional and/or physical detachment to make you behave. For what purpose? Even if they utilize this strategy as one of their preferred methods, they employ it in order to convey disrespect and signal that you are not worthy of their respect. It's important to be reminded of your inferiority so that you don't lose sight of how the narcissist sees you, as well as to intentionally cause you to feel rejected and abandoned. Emotional manipulators and their spineless accomplices are shown to be harsh in this case. They simply lack empathy. That's all there is to say about today's video. As always, I hope this information was of some service to you. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for watching this video. When narcissists see you as everything that they aren't, this is what they will do. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us again, and I hope this one helps you overcome the bind of narcissism. Before we start, I'd like to express my gratitude for seeing this video, and I want to invite you to help us spread the news about our channel by forwarding this video to others. If you want to stay up to date on the latest videos, join this channel and enable the notification bell. Let's get started. In the narcissist's mind, the only thing that matters is getting what they want, and they won't hesitate to destroy as many people as possible in order to maintain their inflated self-esteem. They take great joy in seeing the struggle of those of us who are simply a source of supplies for them. They get a thrill out of being able to bully and oppress others, and bringing down powerful figures offers them a feeling of accomplishment. Narcissists are drawn to the task of breaking strong people because it increases their sense of self-worth and the level to which they may now elevate themselves. It's tedious to break down weaker individuals because it's so easy. They get bored so fast. No matter how strong we are and how hard we try, narcissists may and will destroy us once we're caught in their web. Narcissists will try to dismantle our strength one piece at a time without us knowing it. And for what? Of course, so that they reach the apex of the pyramid. Narcissists expect us to behave in the same way according to what they want because of our commitment to the relationship. As a result, they slowly transform who we are. Snarky comments here and there to keep us guessing and out of our comfort zone. When they don't get their way, they'll groan and whimper, and so on. It's as if we've been shattered. It's mostly because we've learned to believe that the lies they tell us on a regular basis are true. The longer you know about the narcissist in your life, the more it will feel real to you. Unfortunately, this was the case. What about something that will make you laugh? You will think, he doesn't like the way I'm acting right now. They'll always tell you that something is wrong. You'll feel shocked. They'll claim that you're not fulfilling your duties in the proper way. They slowly change you into something that you're not. You're to blame for everything, slowly reducing your confidence. They don't want to hear any of your explanations for this. It is even less likely that they will acknowledge what they're doing wrong. Now you understand, it's some awful way to make one feel better about themselves indeed. However, because of their unconventional thinking, they're unable to see an issue in themselves. Instead, we are the root of the problem. Perhaps because of the abuse they had to endure, they developed a slew of poor self-defense mechanisms throughout time. And it will continue to grow until they lose all grounding in reality. It's only their idea that's the most important. That's not all. They'll also explain what it is to you. Repeatedly. A situation that forces you to question your own judgment. Narcissists never allow anyone else's opinion to be taken into consideration during a conversation. Nothing else can get through to them. Nothing is permissible in any way, shape, or form. If we were the kind of individuals who had clear boundaries, self-confidence, and a generally positive attitude on most things, they wouldn't waste their time trying to get under our skin. However, humans aren't perfect. We all have our vulnerable moments. It's the narcissist's goal to take advantage of our inherent flaws. Narcissists thrive on magnifying small issues that most people will overlook and then projecting those traits onto others. If they don't come clean and accept responsibility for all they've ever said or done, then when will they? Of course, never. They were able to get away with it because they were never told no when they were younger. They practiced and practiced till it became second nature to them as they improved. They don't see anything wrong with it at all. In some cases, you may be so eager to finally tell them the truth at least once. Nevertheless, they're unable to accept responsibility. Because of their inability to digest information, as well as a number of other problems that won't make them accept the truth, everything becomes meaningless. They just strut about like they own the place while you're walking on eggshells. All in all, narcissists feel a strong need to be at the center of attention, and they will go to any lengths to get there. They will want to be in the center of attention by competing with others, but they won't necessarily feel the need to break people. The harder they can go through others, the more shady methods they may try. If people don't listen to them, they may rage or try to break the strong people obstructing their way. In the eyes of the narcissist, everyone is a potential rival. Their internal struggle and lack are projected onto the outside world as a way of coping with their own insecurities. Continual pressure is put on them to demonstrate this by lowering the spirits of others in any manner imaginable, depleting their energy, making them question their own abilities, and so on. Because they'll come back to test you every time you let them re-enter your life, and because they'll make you suffer even more because of it, they'll always do this. They have an insatiable desire to be the best. To keep up this pace, they need help, even if it means taking advantage of others. Narcissists thrive on empaths and anyone who are potentially codependent, mainly because these people always forgive and tend to constantly give people the benefit of the doubt. At the same time, narcissists also get a kick out of testing the limits of even the most accomplished and knowledgeable people in order to replenish their own store of self-supply. They'll continue to look for another supply because they're easily bored. So, if they seek out strong people in order to slowly observe the gradual depletion, turmoil, and chaos, this is what they'll do. If they can't be like you, then they'll destroy you. Because they never express themselves honestly on the inside, they are drawn to people who have qualities they lack. Somehow, they seem to think that in order to emulate someone else's personality, they must be surrounded by influential people who can serve as a standard against which they can measure their own efforts. Otherwise, they appear to have no idea what they're doing. As always, I genuinely hope my explanation was clear and helpful. We'd love to hear from you in the comments section below. To ensure that you don't miss any of the new videos posted on this channel in the future, join this channel and activate the bell icon. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my thoughts. Have a nice day. What happens when a narcissist loses control over you? Here's entitled Narcissists Play Their Games. In today's video, I talk about the personality pattern of the entitled narcissist. Thank you for watching this video. If this is your first time here, please use the comments section below to say hello and tell us about yourself. And if you're a subscriber to this channel, I'm glad to see you again. Thank you for coming and for listening. In either case, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell to get a message when I post a new video. A narcissist's primary goal is to feel good about themselves no matter what. No one else has anything to do with it at all. A narcissist barely knows you're there. They don't care at all about other people unless it affects them. That means giving a damn about whether you succeed or not. If your failure makes him feel good, he will want you to fail, but that has nothing to do with you. It only has to do with how he feels about himself. You are not part of the end goal of any narcissist. If they find something else that makes them happy, they will forget about your successes and failures. They don't care what good or bad things happen to you. They don't have you in mind. You have nothing to do with any of it. When it comes to relationships, it's always going to be difficult to have one with a narcissist. In most cases, narcissists prioritize their desires over those of others. And if you're an empath, you can find this extra upsetting and disheartening because all you want in life is healthy connections with the people you care about. Because you're an empath, it's always in your instinct to emphasize the narcissist's positive characteristics while downplaying their harmful ones. However, when it comes to narcissists, this is an issue since they have an exaggerated sense of their importance. In addition, they think they're entitled to everything because of it. In other words, it should come as no surprise that someone who is especially sensitive to the hurt, humiliation, and frustration that comes with being in a relationship with a narcissist will find this type of relationship extremely draining. In addition, narcissists have an entitled, narcissistic personality pattern like harming and manipulating others since it gives them a sense of satisfaction. They enjoy making you feel horrible, but also playing pranks on you and fooling you by saying nice things to you. Their next move will be to accuse you of doing the same things they have been doing to justify their behavior in your relationship. And they do this to demonstrate to themselves that they are superior to everyone else in their fields of endeavor. Of course, they have the freedom to do whatever they choose. They can't go wrong if you look at things from their perspective. As a result, they are not only free to act however they like, but they also have every incentive to do so. Whatever method they choose, when the narcissist feels like they've gotten something out of you, they'll think it's their right and even enjoy it. You can expect them to point the finger at you once again. Narcissists, on the other hand, aren't going to be stopped by anything you say or do if they're determined enough. Two things are wrong with the game. First, you are being too honest and polite, and second, the players are having a great time. As a result, there is no way to play fairly. When the narcissist's exaggerated sense of entitlement and ongoing need for confirmation of their superiority drive them to point out and emphasize other people's claimed inferiority, including yours, they must seize every opportunity to reaffirm this full sense of superiority. A person's sense of superiority is bolstered when they can enumerate how others are unworthy of their admiration or respect because of their lack of competence or intelligence. Those people continually point out how foolish or idiotic everyone else is. Well, you know who they are. In reality, the narcissist would be correct if they truly believed that they were superior, capable, intelligent, and deserving. They would not need to make others look bad to establish their superiority. In other words, when you can see what's going on for what it is, please step back and observe it from a clear, objective perspective. The joke is on them. but it's difficult when they're getting what they want and bringing up all of your unresolved sorrow and trauma. Since it's impossible to win against a narcissist's attempts to manipulate, fool, and lie to you without putting in the work, if anything is going to change, you have no choice but to do your part. Let us not forget that we're discussing your personal history here. So just how much more of your time and energy are you willing to give over to this kind of predatory vampire? To have a chance against someone who is entitled, empathic, conscienceless, or otherwise emotionally manipulative, you would need to be constantly alert, read ambiguous signals, gather a lot of irrelevant data, sort through conflicting messages, and be ready to act at a moment's notice. That would not prevent you from being deceived no matter how hard you tried. The time, effort, and resources you put into it will be in vain. Dancing with the devil all day wastes time and vital life force energy. A selfish, self-obsessed mentality is perfectly exemplified in the conventional definition of a narcissist. The narcissist's sense of entitlement is apparent in any scenario. Overt or covert narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, sufferers can't empathize with others because they lack empathy and conscience. As a result, they only care about themselves and can't put themselves in the shoes of anyone else, even a child. That doesn't make up for or even heal the damage they've done by thinking they have the right to abuse and use people wherever they want. It goes hand in hand with their exaggerated feeling of self-importance, which demands that their perfect image of superiority be maintained at all costs. No need to attempt it. When dealing with someone with a destructive narcissistic personality pattern, it's better to keep your cards close to your chest until you can escape the situation altogether. In most cases, it's not to your best advantage to tell a narcissist that you don't perceive them as superior and that you see yourself as inferior to them. Thoughts? Depending on the circumstances, you may or may not want to let them know you're keeping an eye on them. Do it if you can't be wounded or have nothing to lose and are looking for revenge against a narcissist. If not, keep your mouth shut, stay out of sight, and take care of your safety. If the narcissist treats you as if they own you and believe they are superior to you, you should assume that they view you as a resource to be exploited. In the end, the narcissist says all of this without you having to utter a word. Always remember that the narcissist truly believes they have the right to act the way they do, and that you must accept this belief without question. It is important to know that the narcissist may unconsciously regard you as an extension of themselves and hence someone they can manipulate. Somehow, they see you as a separate person, but they don't quite grasp the concept of allowing you the freedom to pursue your desires. On the other hand, the narcissist expects you to fulfill their desires at their whim, regardless of whether you ask for it. This destructive attitude and behavior will not go away anytime soon because of this exaggerated sense of entitlement. No matter how hard you try, it's unlikely that you'll impact the narcissist's behavior unless they're working with an excellent therapist. If you have children, you can only learn how to keep them safe from harm. In my opinion, the best move is to arm yourself with knowledge. When it comes to the real stuff, you need to work on yourself from the inside out to establish psychological boundaries that are strong and resilient, inner serenity, and real strength and confidence. This is the solution. Narcissistic abuse harms people in many ways, and I'm planning to make more videos to help you understand those effects and the steps you can take right now to begin healing from the abuse you've experienced. That way, you'll be able to start living your best life in complete serenity. That's all there is to say about today's video. As always, I hope this information was of some service to you. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode where we will learn and understand how to break the spell of narcissists. Before we start, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for clicking this video, and I also extend an invitation to you to assist us in spreading the word about our channel by sharing this video with your friends and family. Join this channel and enable the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the new videos that are uploaded. Let's begin. A narcissist is always on the lookout for new ways to abuse and exploit others. In order to avoid long periods of time spent alone in boredom or close quarters, they always look for a way to make a mess of the life of others for their own amusement. When the narcissist discovers that one amazing person they know they could never be if they were honest about who their true selves are, they will stop their attention on this person. After all, this person has all the qualities that narcissists look for in a partner and also in themselves. The narcissist's envy and wrath are fueled by the fact that they will never be able to attain those qualities. They transfer their own fears onto the victim, and they spend every waking moment of their lives trying to shatter the victim's spirit in some manner. A sense of power and control over the situation is gained when the individual in question is made to feel like a worthless piece of trash in their own eyes. Meanwhile, the narcissist has convinced the victim that they truly love them, which is an important step in the process of entrapment. Bliss has become a real thing in hell because of this. However, instead of helping their partner and proving their love with actions, the narcissists will just make many excuses. It's my conviction that narcissists need to weaken strong people so that they can feel more powerful and in control of their environment. Knowing they can beat someone they deemed strong gives them a boost of confidence and satisfaction. After all, this harsh treatment is unnecessary if their ultimate goal isn't trying to hurt you. Why would they intentionally inflict pain on another person just for the sake of it? They do that because they're thrilled. And in the end, they will just disregard you after they have vanquished you. They aren't going to be there for you when you're broken, because essentially, this isn't about you. This is also the reason why when narcissists see that you've discovered happiness or are regaining your strength, they'll come back. Many more techniques will be used to break you down. They have the confidence that they will break you again as long as you play along with their game. Narcissists can only be stopped by cutting off all communication with them. You can't deal with them if you keep on playing their game. It's time to move on from the immature youngster you've been with for so long and find an adult companion. Narcissists are taxing, and there is a limit to how much stress a person can bear in their lifetime. Our minds can only process so much at once. In the presence of someone stronger or smarter than themselves, a narcissist's goal is to bring the stronger person down to their level of understanding and accomplishments. This is due to the narcissist's need to project an air of superiority. Narcissists would never admit that they're wrong, and they always shift the blame for anything that goes wrong on someone else. They enjoy engaging in verbal sparring and arguing with others. Everything revolves around them. As soon as you sit down with them to talk about the things that are bothering you, they become irrationally upset and accuse you of being the cause of all your problems. Narcissists need to believe they're in control of the universe in order to function. They need to feel like they're running a switchboard that controls every aspect of what they see. They need to feel in control. Even though it is not a goal to break someone, it might happen in certain situations. It has nothing to do with you. It's all about how they feel and what they see. Therefore, they won't even notice if they break you because it is what they need to feel powerful and in command. They'll do whatever it takes to obliterate you. To them, that's not really a consideration at all. There is no such thing as a person like you in the universe. Like when you need firewood, but the branch you have is too long to fit into your fire pit, so you snap it in two with your own hands to make the cut fit. How much more satisfying is it to break a branch with significant effort? Branches with a high degree of stability are what you're looking for. Sometimes, yes. But generally, the thicker the branch, the more likely it is that you will give up and look for a branch that is easier to prune. Even though you're aware that you're breaking the branch, you aren't doing it because you feel compelled to do so. Instead, you're doing it for another reason. Taking a branch and snapping it isn't the point of this activity because you need it for a specific purpose. That's why. Narcissists rely on others to satisfy their emotional needs. They don't care if what they're doing will badly impact you or make you suffer. It has nothing to do with you. It is everything about them. So, do narcissists feel compelled to weaken those who stand up to them? In essence, narcissists may not be able to break you even when they want to. This depends on how you respond to them. Like I said, if the branch is so strong and unbreakable, you'll likely give up on trying or even before you try. I sincerely hope that this explanation was helpful, as always. Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comment section below. To ensure that you don't miss any of the new videos posted on this channel in the future, join this channel and activate the bell icon. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my thoughts. Have a nice day. When you reject a narcissist sexually and it hurts their pride, this will happen. Narcissists, despite their charming and self-assured facade, are actually incredibly vulnerable people. They just hide their insecurities deep down under a self-proclaimed charming facade. It's just that they're good at it that most of us may not notice their fake personas. When narcissists are rejected, they may put on a show of indifference on the surface, while on the inside, they're wailing with rage and can't wait to launch their revenge. They have a lot of emotional immaturities. They look at the world as a game where everything is a competition. There was no doubt in their minds that if they knew they were going to be rejected, they'd be the ones who reject others first. Because of this, when they're not able to openly express their rage, they will vilify those who rejected them and play the part of the victim. Even though their wrath is still there, at least they're able to flip the situation to their favor. So, what would happen if you reject a narcissist sexually out of the blue? What would they do to you? But before I get into that, I just wanted to start off by expressing my appreciation to everyone who took the time to watch this video. I'd like to send you an invitation to contribute to the growth of this channel by forwarding this video to any of your friends or family members. Please subscribe to this channel if this is your first time here so that you don't miss out on any future updates that you might find interesting. Let's begin. 1. They'll act as if everything is fine and try their best to hook you back into their life by becoming more obsessed with you. You should be aware of this. In fear of being rejected or abandoned, narcissists may begin love bombing you. They will act very supportive, saying they're mesmerized by your will and perseverance, and they want to be by your side to support you and all. Narcissists may give you a bombardment of long and loving text messages, emails, or presents to entice you back into their web. It's possible that they're doing everything they can right now to make you feel loved and appreciated, so that you can feel their presence and that you can always count on them. Be careful, though. Everything that's too nice or too good to be true, usually indeed, it's too good to be true, it's unreal. They will quickly resort to some kind of abusive behavior again as soon as you return to the relationship and they feel safe with you again. 2. There is a good chance that they will try to blame you for everything. They may try to inflict as much pain on us as possible by spreading gossip about how you treat them badly. They do everything they can to make you look bad in front of others. One of the most typical ways that narcissists project their own negative traits onto others is by labeling the other person as toxic. In addition, they would seek pity, play the role of the victim in front of others, and tell others how your manipulative acts had ruined their lives. The narcissists will feel better than and more superior to you once again if people believe in what they say. 3. In an attempt to gain more attention, narcissists may become socially more active. It's possible to go from having 2,000 Facebook friends to 5,000 connections in a short period of time, for example. In their minds, they're in a dangerous situation because they may lose their supply very soon, so they make an attempt to seek more attention. They also appear as if they don't care about you, while their attention is actually all into you. They want you to feel jealous because they can do good without you. They also use this opportunity to make you feel guilty. The thing is, narcissists tend to be blind to their own behavior and believe that it is normal for others to be drawn to them. 4. Narcissists may first withdraw their attention and choose to temporarily disappear, but only to gain your attention again. To be honest, this is cruel torture. Everyone would feel devastated by the situation, especially if it's never your intention to leave. There's also a risk that if you don't initiate contact with them over this period, they may opt not to return, believing that you're cutting them off. In this situation, they'll put all the blame on you. As soon as one relationship ends, narcissists will look for a new one that will provide them with the necessary supply of a rewarding experience. Most of the time, narcissists are leaving their connection with us because they already have a new supply lined up. Astonishingly, it's feasible that this conduct will leave us baffled, and we won't know how they managed it within a short period of time. And if we somehow chose to get in touch with them again, they might think of you once again as their safe supply and return to you with an open arm. The silent treatment is the most unbearable treatment, and more than once, we will likely give up and reach out to them in order to make things better. Of course, this is what the narcissist wants. They'll gladly invite you back into the cruel cycle they have made for you. Right now, they may give the appearance of being interested in your feelings. Nevertheless, they're actually scared of losing you because you're the only one who pays attention to them on a regular basis. I sincerely hope that the information that was provided was enlightening. Please share your opinions in the comment section below, and if you want to make sure that you don't miss any of